But you know, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
That was the thing, man. You know, like, okay, what we gonna do next? And I f***ed around, you know, and got into a situation where I strained my shoulder and did some shit. So
Yeah.
that was 2019. And we came home, you know, to get this shit checked out and worked on.
Yeah.
The doctors and shit in Kuwait was like, you gotta have a little surgery, man, to fix that shit. So, and they wasn't having that shit over there. We couldn't, you know, some surgeries you could have, but a lot of shit you couldn't do. So that's how we ended up coming back over this way. You know, and by that time, I think my supervisor at that time, his name was Johnny Hudson. And he told me, he said, man, you know, because I was thinking, man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it back or not. You know, I got to start thinking about, you know, a house. That was like in 2016.
Yeah.
And so he told me about Will's, and that's how I got hooked up with my crib. But I wasn't living here. We were still living over there. So that 2019, because of my man Will, you know, we had housing in a good neighborhood, safe,
Yep.
all that kind of shit. Will was hooking brothers up.
Yeah.
You know, he was doing the damn thing, man.
Yeah.
You know, and so a lot of people had trust and faith and belief in him. All the shit that happened with my crib, Will did that with my mom. I was overseas and shit.
What happened with your crib?
Huh?
What happened with your crib?
My girl?
Your crib.
My crib. Oh yeah, he hooked me up, man. He got everything squared, you know. So when I came home in 2019, because of that shit with the shoulder, we were straight.
Yeah.
We weren't having to go through no, oh shit, what the where we gonna live, you know. I damn sure wasn't trying to live with Pox. That nigga crazy, you know what I'm saying? Talk too much shit.
Yeah.
So we were straight, you know. And turned out that, you know, the shoulder, they couldn't do the repair or whatever, but, and then I turned, they got like a requirement to get the work visa, an age requirement. Once you hit like 61, I believe, they won't issue you a work visa without a waiver. And a company, if they want you to work for them, they got to pay that extra tax to bring you over there.
Yeah.
Do that shit. And then if they do that with you, then they got to justify other trying to get back over there to do that. You know,
Right.
contract.
Right.
If you there, you get grandfathered in. So you be old as motherfucking Methuselah. As long as you don't, you know, leave the country like permanently or whatever, you good.
Yeah, good.
So, you know, yeah, life rocked on. We had 2 kids and shit, 2 beautiful kids. We came back because of that shit, put the shoulder. We had another baby, which was my baby, you know, Britannia. And, you know, we just started kind of like working shit out, you know, and figuring out how we was going to live and shit, you know. And that's pretty much what we've been at.
Gotcha.
Just trying to rock steady. But man, I'm gonna tell you, meeting them women overseas and shit, marrying a foreign woman, that shit right there is crazy, bro. It's crazy.
What's crazy about it?
You gotta have your mind right, because they got certain cultural shit that they do. And you don't be aware of that shit until you really get deep off into the culture. But they don't put that shit on Front Street with you at first.
Right.
You know? And what I found out really, if you with an African woman, you with a sister. You know, in Thailand they got a saying, same, but different. Black women don't where you go. Same.
Yeah.
But just middle dish, right? They all the headache. I'll tell any mother straight up. If I had to
What's the headache you say? Because I literally,
it's just different.
I've been in a relationship with an African woman before too. So
it's different.
I've never been married, but I've been in a relationship with one. So like, what would you say the headache?
So like, it depends on where she from, right? So like, if you got a Nigerian or a Congolese,
yeah, no, my girlfriend was Liberian.
Liberia. Oh, well, that's sort of like Coast. Okay, that's sort of like they kind of sort of like Americanized. You know, they speak English and all that shit over there.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now you around and get a Nigerian.
Man,
it's different, man.
Yeah, I know some Nigerians too.
Yeah, man. They, you know, first of all, you know, they ain't no little bitty women, right?
Yeah.
They be diesel a lot of, and they get thick as mother glasses too. And they talk a lot of shit. They like to run shit. They got a deep ass voice and shit, you know. You want to make sure, you know, she ain't got on bigger than yours, you know. Damn, my brother. Come here.
What the you tonight?
You know, hey. Like, can you hit some of that bass out your shit? Man, my man here, this shit. That shit don't feel right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now with the Ethiopians, they got that. That's their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man. And they some jealous motherfucker. And with good reason. Because if you go there, you know, like the ones you meet outside of Ethiopia, you're kind of getting the average. When you go to Ethiopia, woo, that's when you see some starters, bro. And you understand why they act that way. Cause you know your shit is all your shit is always on the line. Cause it's another bitch out there way better than you every day, all day, and they trying to get your nigga. Especially if your nigga seem like he got a little paper, you know, he a nigga that's gonna provide and take care. They'll take your nigga now. You know what I'm saying? Cause they like that. And then the numbers, man. You know, just like the whole world, man. You know, men are out now.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So in general, you know, usually no matter where you go, it's gonna be 5-1. You know what I'm saying? And the Ethiopian dudes, man, when I was over there, the motherfucker asked me, "You never touch another woman?" I'm like, how the you supposed to answer this shit? I ain't gonna tell you shit. You that around, tell my wife from shit, you know? Cause they be hating on us too.
When you say though they'll take another woman's
They man,
yo say how the man provided protect. Well, what made you say that with the Ethiopian woman?
Cause they fine as hell and they outnumber the men. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like they all trying to get that nigga, that good nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so if you got a good nigga and she feel like her game was tighter than yours, your shit might be a risk. And they know that shit.
Yeah.
They know that shit. It's just like that. You know what I'm saying? Now they ain't got a side way like them Asian.
Yeah.
But they got a little something that, you know, work with. You got to teach African women a lot of shit too. Now, these new African women, they pretty much up on everything. But like my wife, generations before that, you got to teach them everything. You got to teach them how to suck, all this kind of shit. You do, man, because they don't know that shit. Yeah. You ask her to suck your, you know, my wife do it like the first time. She think you disrespecting her some kind of way. You know, like, what you mean suck your, you know, put your lips on the mother, you know, give me a little lick and shit. What?
Hey there, this is G Bass with the Rise of 1% podcast. Just wrapped up a phenomenal episode of Rise of 1% podcast. And listen, here, everyone has a story. And I know you have a story. And then you have a story and you want to share your story. You want to share your journey. You want to share things that you currently got going on right now. Get your message out to the masses of people. Definitely love to have you here on the Rise of the 1% podcast. Being you would love to be one of our guests or one of our next guests on the Rise of the 1% podcast, definitely email us at support@riseofthe1%.com. Again, email us at support@riseofthe1%.com. Just leave your information. Tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your story, a little bit about your journey, what you have going on. And we definitely love to have a conversation about you being a guest on one of our upcoming episodes of the Rise of the 1% podcast. But that said, this is G Bass with the Rise of the 1%. Have a phenomenal one on purpose.